Hello everybody, Phil here, and if you're like me and you've been waiting for the next gen hardware, at least to get your hands on it, because it seems impossible right now, then you might be sitting around just kind of twiddling your thumbs waiting for something to do. And I got an invite to try Amazon's game streaming service, Luna. So today we're going to be taking a look at it. I did get the controller, which is actually a very nice controller. I'm kind of impressed. It feels really nice. It's got a good weight to it. It doesn't have a rechargeable battery at the moment, so it's just two AA's, which is kind of a bummer. It's kind of the Xbox way of doing it. But it does have a USB Type-C port, so I'm assuming at some point they'll probably release a rechargeable battery pack for it. But as it is right now, you gotta deal with batteries. Other than that, though, it feels really good. Like I said, it's got a good weight. It feels a lot like the Switch Pro controller, if you've used that before. Very similar as far as layout and everything. Obviously, it's kind of like the Xbox controller too, but the actual feel and the plastics and stuff remind me more of the Switch controller than anything else. And the D-pad, this D-pad is probably the best D-pad that I have felt on a controller like this. Most of the time they're very squishy or way too tactile, but this one it's got that old school feel to it to me, and I love that. So yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed by this controller. I didn't think Amazon would put much work into it. Kind of figured they'd just slap it together, maybe kind of cheap plastics, lightweight or something, but it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to give Amazon that. They did good on the controller. When you're playing and streaming games, right now, all you can do is 1080p. Eventually, they're going to have a 4K option as well as a 720p option. But for the time, or at the time of this recording, all you can do is 1080p. And as you'll see kind of coming up here, the encoder makes things a little grainy and lighter, like lighter color. The color palette's a little washed out, I guess I would say, which is kind of a bummer. And some of the games are a little choppy. Obviously, this is a beta. They're still working on it. So no, big criticism there yet. It's technically not launched product. I do have to say, though, their idea for subscription channels rather than buying games like Stadia does is actually a little more appealing to me. If they can get a really good playlist like, say, Xbox Game Pass has, and those are just available to play, right up, you just log on, you can play them, that would be amazing, honestly. Again, I'm more of a local gamer. Like, I like to have new hardware and really good powerful stuff. That's just me. But for anybody that just wants to play a video game, only has maybe $100 to spend, or even less actually, with with Luna, honestly, because the controller itself is like $49, and then a Fire Stick, just the regular Fire Stick, if you want 1080p, is only like, I don't know, $18 or something like that. So definitely a cheaper option than if you went with Stadia, which is $100 to get the controller and a Chromecast Ultra to get started. Honestly, it's pretty good. As far as the subscription goes, right now it's $5.99 for just their basic Luna channel, and then there's Ubisoft channel, which is $12.99, I believe. I might be wrong on that. If I'm wrong on that, it's going to flash at the bottom here, but yeah. So let's just take a look at how this does. I'm going to do it up against basically hardware you would have at home. So I'm going to be playing these games from on Luna, and then I'll also have footage of it being played on my computer with the games that I actually own. So we'll kind of see, where details get lost and that kind of thing, as far as like input accuracy and all that stuff. So yeah, so let's just kind of flip over to the footage, and we'll see how it goes. All right, well, there you go. That gives you a little bit of a visual of what to expect when playing Luna. As you can tell, a lot of it is mostly the visuals are a little washed out, like I said, and because it's streamed, generally a lot of the like fine detail kind of gets missed, or you don't see it as well. So I mean, that's just kind of comes with the territory, I think, and I'm sure that'll improve over time, but for now, I mean, that it is what it is. So I mean, if you don't really care visually, then honestly, the way that it plays, the latency and all that, I thought that was going to be a problem, but playing for a few hours on a couple of those games, I really didn't notice a difference from playing it on my computer as opposed to playing it on Luna. So that's a good sign. I think Amazon is on the right track for their service. I think with just streaming in general, if Stadia and Luna want to survive or get more of a following, they need games. So if they continue to add a really nice library that people want to play, that's going to be good. But I think mostly they need to have people publish or develop actual games for their services that will bring people in to want to play them. I mean, the consoles, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they've been doing that for years. So if Google and Amazon want to, you know, keep up with everybody, they're going to have to start developing their own games. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. I'm sure they're way ahead of me on that. So, I mean, streaming games, is that something that you guys are interested in? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really liked it, why not subscribe? Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.